All right.
Hey, you guys.
What up?
Someone here is possessed by an owl.
What? Who? Who?
You.
Okay.
I
You
was
fell for
listening-
it this time.
Yeah. As soon as I don't fall for the who jokes. I don't know.
No, I saw it connect. You were like, I'm not going to say it. That's like,
Yeah.
who?
Yeah, I know. Well, I'd said who. It's sort of like I didn't remove my headphones the last time on the last episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Don't tell Dad I didn't do anything.
So the funny thing is that I was actually going through and editing that episode, and throughout the entire thing, because we recorded and I sat on it for a little bit, and last night I just finally went through. I'm like, I'm going to run through it. I'm going to edit it, get it ready for publish on the, I think it was the 18th that episode came out. And there's so many things that were super fun. And I don't know if you remember, but we were having a discussion, and it kind of like was the difference between, I mean, Amanda and I were kind of talking about artists who are kind of theatrical, and you kind of got into, well, there's a difference between like the people who put on a show and real musicians. I felt like you were getting yeah.
I mean, I mean, they're all musicians. Everybody is that does that. They have to be if they play. But I'm just saying there are musicians that just do a stage performance. You know, in other words, they just get up and play, and that's all they do. And then there's
some that have a shtick.
Yes, there's some that have a real, like that dress up and have fireworks and flames and smoke coming out of their guitar, and those are more performers to me.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I was trying to get to was that I did not realize that I did not realize that you dropped a Buckethead reference until I went back and listened.
Yes, I did.
I was like, I'm sitting there, I'm editing, and I'm like, what? How did I not catch that?
Yeah, nobody. It's like, okay, I said it, and I said, put a bucket on his head. It's like nobody caught on to that. It was really, really weird. Okay. Anyhow,
I thought that was funny.
It went over everybody's head, I guess.
Well, I mean, when you get passionate about it, and then I think at some points in time, it almost felt like we were having two conversations at the same time.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But overall, the episode was fun, I think.
I thought so, too.
Yeah.
What do you say? Should we get into episode number 22?
Yes,
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're all here. Okay.
Yep.
Crank it out.
Welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. This episode is sponsored by a fat stack of Street Puddle stickers worth absolutely nothing. On microphone number 1, I'm the son of a gun that edits this podcast to bring you about an hour of music entertainment. Over there on microphone number 2, weighing in at about 100 guitars and 68 effect pedals, you'll find our dad bringing happiness to the sad scale. That's Rick.
Howdy, everybody. And I don't have that many effects pedals.
Yeah, I know. I'm just throwing random numbers out there. I actually wanted to do this like a UFC fight, like ladies, but I was like, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
On microphone number 3, over in the corner of Metal Mayhem, our newest and youngest guitar player, the one who completes our family tree, that's Amanda.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
I spent all week trying to figure this out.
You guys, I'm trying. I'm trying to do different hello ways of saying hello. So, yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo,
Got
yo.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It works.
What language is that?
90s.
90. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. What is new, everyone? What has been happening?
Same old with me.
Yeah.
Pretty
Wow.
much. That's not good. I know
It's
that.
real exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been trying to, and we're not going to talk about it, but I've been trying to play around with a couple of chords that everybody knows about, playing around. I haven't figured out what I like yet. So other than that, just work, just tinkering around. Oh, I did learn that. I wish I knew John, who taught it to me. He's one of my buddies, who is a host of another podcast. He taught me one of the intro licks to a Chris Stapleton song.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember the name of it, but still pretty bad. But I'm trying.
Yeah, you'll
That's
get
all
it
that
after a
matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what have you been practicing, Amanda? Because we know that you practice a lot.
Yeah,
All the
all the
time.
time.
All the time.
All the time.
What have I been practicing?
Yeah. I've been practicing avoiding the guitar like the plague.
Yeah, you know what? We just got back from Nevada.
Yeah.
So my mind has been on that trip, and now my mind is on Mom coming out.
When
next
does she come
weekend?
out? Next weekend?
Next weekend, yeah, for 8 days. So
Well, I think actually when this airs, she would have already been there and gone home.
no, because this comes out
No.
on June 1st, so she'll be here for my birthday.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
happy birthday now, because I'll probably forget to text you.
Yeah, probably.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. Thanks, y'all.
Mhm.
But yeah, so other than that, I have not been practicing, unfortunately. I will though once Mom leaves and things settle down. So.
I think you'll do it while she's there. I think she'll push you to practice.
Oh,
Yes.
totally.
Yeah, Mom needs to say, "Hey, Amanda, come on, grab the guitar, play."
Mom's going to get there. She's, I'm getting old, daughter. You need to go out there and make money playing music.
Yes.
Well, I won't make any money. I'll be negative in money.
Don't say that.
Hey, you know what?
You
If
could.
you make $1 for somebody telling you, hey, here's $1, if you stop playing, that's still $1 of profit.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's something, I guess.
And you made it playing. Or
That's true.
maybe you made it not playing, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh, so it's episode number 22. The
Getting close
Wheel
to the-
Returns.
Getting close to the anniversary.
Yeah, we're getting real. Are we going to do anything special for the anniversary episode?
what?
I don't know.
What's the anniversary? I don't even know.
It could be 24 or 25 because we
Oh, okay.
release every other week, 52 weeks in a year. I guess it could be
Right.
26, so somewhere in there.
Yeah. So
Well,
we'll
I
be-
think we should at least have the 60-second song done then
Oh, would that be nice?
by the anniversary, so we can be like, hey, this is how far we've come.
So,
Or not come.
we've literally said 4 times now we're not going to talk about the 60-second song,
Yeah, I
Yes.
just did.
and we keep doing
Yep.
we did.
it. The Wheel of Musicians, Ryan E. Parrish. Now,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
tried Googling this guy, and I remember when we first talked about him, I tried Googling, and it took me forever to find Ryan E. Parrish, the correct Ryan E. Parrish, because apparently
Right.
there's a few of them on LinkedIn that are real professional.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want those.
Yeah, that's not the Ryan E. Parrish we're looking for. And then thankfully, you sent out a couple of videos for us to watch, or I guess really listen to, because I know the first one, that was not a live, like it was just music playing, like a music video.
So one of them was actually a cover, so it actually wasn't
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
playing. But that one was like a close up of the chords of the song, and so I
Right,
just
and
thought
you,
that
like,
would
did-
be
Because it was him playing, or it was kind of like the main picture, and then they had the 3 on the side for the different.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. And I did that just because I thought it would be just kind of a good way for you guys to see, the chords kind of thing. And then I also sent you the official music video for one of their songs, which is just basically like a space themed video, so you don't actually see them playing, but
Right.
you can hear the music. And so I kind of had you guys, here, go to like the 5-minute 30-second mark and just listen from there, or space out from there, if you will.
There you go.
So, okay. All right. Rick, did you listen to or watch / listen to the videos?
I listened to the first one. I was going to listen to the second, but I didn't get a chance. I thought the first one was really good.
I gave you homework,
I know. Well,
and you only finished half of it.
You have
50%.
earned an F+.
well, that's passing, isn't it?
No,
No.
No.
that's failing.
Oh,
Last time, okay, so for JB Brubaker, you had no problem listening to it. This is this is a different end of the spectrum, music-wise ish. So it's like I
Okay.
figured this would be a little more enjoyable, maybe a little bit more soothing.
as I said, I listened to the first one. Didn't get a chance to listen to the second one. I've been pretty busy.
Rude.
But I did say I was going to get to it, but I just didn't get to it.
All right, Tim. Here's the next question. Did you listen to them?
I did. Okay, so I
great.
watched all of the first video, and then you actually said go to about 5 minutes and 45 seconds, somewhere in there, and there was something special happening. And I listened to it, and I listened to it, and I listened to it, and I didn't get what was special happening at 5:45.
Well, it's a little bit more like spacey and kind of focuses more on just kind of like the guitar section of it. Like there's no vocals towards the end, essentially.
Right. And that's actually what I was going to say, because I'm kind of looking it up right now because I don't remember. I listened to the 2019 episode, The Frailty of Words
2019 episode.
album.
Album.
The
Okay. I was gonna say.
2019 album. Yeah, sorry. So I listened to that.
I don't think that one's from 2019.
Well, title says it is.
No. That one is that one's much older.
Well,
Relative is 1999.
it says
So
2019.
title lied to you.
Arbiter 2018.
Arbiter. It's 2018.
Arbiter.
Arbiter.
Yeah, Arbiter. Arbiter.
They do a lot with the space theme.
I mean, anyway, I listened to The Frailty of Words, and I thought that if you were to strip the vocals off the album altogether, it would have been really good.
Okay.
The,
All right.
the
That's
vocals
fair.
take away for me.
Okay. Because it's a little bit more screamo.
Oh, it's a lot more screamo. It's so
Yeah.
screamo, they wouldn't even give me the words. I went to go open up the thing that says "Show me the words," and it just popped up like,
We don't have any.
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as ours.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but if you take away the vocals, I think it's good.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fair. I gave you guys some newer, a couple newer songs to look into, but it's weird that you went all the way back to the album from 1999.
2000,
For your opinion.
2019.
Nah, it's a lot older than that.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna Wikipedia this while you continue.
Oh, please do. Please
GTS it. GTS it.
I use DuckDuck.
Let's go.
Yeah, you never heard of GTS?
Yeah.
do. Yeah, we have.
Google
We've
that
talked-
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beep. I'm sorry. Are you wearing a California shirt?
Fender.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this without the California.
Yeah, just cross it out. Are they out of California?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Corona.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So, okay. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you're right. According to discogs.com, discogs.com, The Frailty of Words was in fact 1999.
Yep. It's their first album, I believe.
The Satellite of Years is 2002.
All right, guys. All right,
So let's
continuing.
get into it.
So Ryan E. Parrish, obviously, we've already talked about how you guys have Dad. This time the roles were reversed. Dad did not finish his assignment. Tim shockingly did and went above and beyond.
Right. One to one now.
Yeah.
I like
one.
the odds of that. We should take a bet on whether Amanda's going to win the next Wheel of Musicians or not.
Look, we
Yeah.
would all win in that case because it's Weird Al.
I mean, yeah, if we do every
all want
other
Weird Al.
slice, Weird Al, I don't know.
Yeah, Weird Al.
Okay, so for this choice in general for Ryan E. Parrish, this is a very nostalgic choice for me personally. Just because Hopesfall was probably one of like the first bands that really influenced my love for music like today. And I first listened to their album, I think it was like 2003. So what was I, a freshman? I think I was a freshman. I don't know. Anyway,
You were just a young tadpole.
I was. Satellite Years was essentially like my youth, like my junior high into high school. And it's like one of those albums where, for instance, yesterday I had a really, really, really awful day. Nothing was going right. And I came home and I was like, hey, I'm not going to sit and sulk about this. I'm going to move on from it. And I turned on my little speaker, Bluetooth speaker, and I just blared the whole Satellite Years album. And it was just instant mood enhancer for me. It brought me back to nostalgic times, but it also just made me feel better. And now I know for Tim, an album like that would probably make you angry because there's screaming music in it, and it has like the reverse effect for you.
It was really hard. I listened to the album today, and I was trying to work, and of course I have a million distractions, and I was really trying to tone out the vocals because it was just like, I'm like, what is somebody's dog barking? What's going on here? I mean, I hear drums, guitar, and a dog barking. I don't know.
No, that's not it. That was definitely not a dog barking. But yeah, so Ryan Parrish, this whole pick really got me like into a nostalgic feeling and thinking about, kind of like the most influential albums in my life and, people who have influenced me from my past that have made me who I am today. I mean, like, do you guys have albums or artists like that?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Is it Prince? Is it Purple Rain?
No. Well, it's funny because I was actually going to ask you, what turned you on? Like, how did you even find out about, because we're from small town Iowa. Really, that's where we grew up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we were born elsewhere, but we really grew up in small town Iowa. So, like, for me, a band such as Hopesfall, like, I'd never heard of them until you brought it up.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I'm just curious at how you found out about.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
My very first boyfriend, okay, this is eons ago,
Mm-hmm.
okay? He was a guitar player in a little band in Des Moines, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we used to go to shows all the time. There was like shows at the the Botanical Center, they call it Botan. There was a really big like music scene, right? In downtown Des Moines. What was that other place? House of Bricks.
Yeah.
There was a really big kind of like screamo, post-hardcore kind of like metal kind of scene. And that's really how I got into it. And so like music-wise, he was a huge influence in the kind of music even that I'm into today. So he actually, I owe that to him for introducing me to Hopesfall and Ryan Parrish.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's just kind of funny that how people can influence you from your past. I can say this, by the way, because I reached out to him. I okayed this with him to make sure that, hey, is it cool that I mention you? And like, tell me stuff about Ryan E. Parrish. Why do you look up to him? What inspires you about him, about his playing and that kind of thing. So, I mean, this whole thing has just really brought me back to like being 16 again. And you know what I mean? And being so impressionable with music and who you are and who you're becoming in life.
Nice.
Yeah.
I grew up with MTV.
Yeah.
That was like for me, the Guns N' Roses, the Metallica, the Beastie Boys, like those types of bands, the bands that were on MTV. Like if you were on MTV, you were worth listening to.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember living, when I was a kid living at home, there was another kid that lived in the same area, the same neighborhood. And he tried to introduce me to some like heavy metal. Like I think the only name I remember is King Diamond. Now I don't honestly even remember what that sounds like.
King Diamond.
Yeah, I have no idea. He's just like, I kind of feel like he was like, oh, that's a really badass name. Yeah, like I was gonna look up to him or something. But like and then I remember when, this is the reason why I love Metallica so much, FYI. I think Mom knows this story. But we go out to South Dakota and we meet Grandma and Grandpa, and Grandma was like, you like Metallica? I'm like, I don't know who Metallica really is. Oh, yeah,
you told this. Yeah. You already told this story.
She's like, well, I bought this album, and I don't like it, so you can have it if you want. And it's the Injustice for All album. And I'm like, right. Oh, okay, weird. And then I listened to it, and I'm like, this is not something that a grandma should be listening to. And she's like, well, but the lead singer, his name's James Hetfield, grandpa's name's James Hetfield, because everybody's named after somebody famous. So that was
so are you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of me. What about you, Dad?
I don't know. I'm trying to think about this. I don't know.
I grew up listening to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen. Yeah. I grew up listening to the radio, just
yeah, but I mean, is there like one album or artist that really?
It was hard to hear the radio because all I had was a potato when I had to stick pins in. You stick the pins in and you have the little antenna. And,
you had to throw it in the microwave to get some energy.
And you get all it was a lot of static. Yeah, I mean,
sounded very, very starchy.
No, I grew up when Eric Clapton was big. Cream was out there. Those sorts of those sorts of bands out there. So
pre-'80s Billy Joel.
Oh yeah, well, not Billy Joel, but because he's piano, but. Basically Cream and a lot of those bands like Tom Petty and the Beatles was a big influence, and
So you're telling me when you listen to Eric Clapton, it takes you back to before you had gray hair, to the good old days.
The good old days, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean Alvin Lee was another one that I used to listen to quite a bit. Let me see, Albert King. I used to listen to him quite a bit. But I had a lot of albums.
Influential, yeah.
Or vinyl at that point, that influenced the way I play, and that's why I like the blues.
Yeah, it makes sense. Tim, I'm surprised you didn't put James Hetfield on your wheel of musicians for as much as you like Metallica.
But I've said this before. James Hetfield's great, but he's the front man. Like, if you're going to, you would really be looking at Kirk Hammett if you wanted to put Metallica on the wheel.
Yeah, because would James Hetfield be more like rhythm?
Yes.
But I mean, really, does that matter? He's still a guitar player. He's still a guitarist.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
I just think for a lot of Metallica fans, I feel like they get frustrated that James Hetfield gets all the credit for Metallica when really all the credit goes to Lars. Mm-hmm. And then Kirk Hammett is the soloist. He's the guitar guy. Yeah. And James Hetfield was just there. And if he wouldn't have come out of his shell, he wouldn't be there.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
As to summarize the story.
Yeah. Makes total sense.
Okay, so Ryan is the guitarist for Hopesfall.
He is. And so Hopesfall, for those who aren't familiar, which you're probably not, let's just be honest, they're a post-hardcore band. They were formed in 1998, and they're originally from Charlotte, North Carolina, or that's where the band was formed anyway.
Hold on a second. I really want to see a timeline because we talk about all these, like for instance, post-hardcore. What was the time frame of hardcore? And then was there a pre-hardcore?
I really don't know. That's a good question. It's a valid question.
Was there a catastrophic event that caused hardcore to stop, and now you just have the true faithful left still creating hardcore, but it's not during the era of hardcore? I just don't know. It's so confusing.
I know. So many unanswered questions. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. But I guess, you guys tell me what you think of, and here's the thing, okay? If you, which I didn't realize this, but if you put Ryan E. Parrish's name in this podcast, right, it's probably going to pop up when if somebody were to search, right? Hey, I want to see if there's any podcasts out there about Ryan E. Parrish.
Is maybe if it's in the show notes.
Because I did it for J.B. Brubaker, and ours popped up in the many that he's been mentioned in.
What?
So that was kind of cool. Yeah. Ours popped up.
Okay, I'm going to have to look at that. I'm interested to see how it popped up.
Well, I think it's because you put his name in the title of the podcast.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did name it.
So if you do that with Ryan E. Parrish, I'm just like, is he going to listen to this? That'd be kind of cool.
Probably not. JB probably didn't.
Hold on. This is a different level, though. He's on a different level than JB Brubaker. So Hopesfall is they're not really a touring band. Like August Burns Red is always touring. Hopesfall really doesn't tour. They're kind of older. They did just do a tour in Japan, but Ryan E. Parrish didn't just call him Ryan Parrish. Ryan Parrish didn't go on that tour, so they had a stand-in guitarist. He has an actual job, like he has an actual life. So I think this is kind of like a side thing for him. It's kind of turned into a side thing, even though I think he spent like 10 years originally, like full-time touring way back when. But now it's kind of turned into this side thing. He's got a family now and a full-time job and da-da-da. So he's on it's a little bit of a different level than JB. And you can see that on his Instagram too. So I feel like if you were to shout him out, give him a shout out, I feel like there would be a much bigger chance that maybe he would acknowledge it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll do it. I did it with JB Brubaker. I'll do it with Mr. Parrish. I will follow him on Instagram, and we'll do the exact same thing. We'll do it for everybody that we do in the Wheel of Musicians.
Yeah, do it. And if he says anything, let me know because I will fangirl. And I will probably cry. I don't know. We'll see.
I need to create you an email. Amanda loves Ryan Parrish at pandemicguitar.com.
Oh, wow. AOL.com. Yeah. Anyway, so he's just kind of known for like his spacey riffs.
Ryan
and
is
just
my
like
hall pass at Pandemic Guitar.
Did you just say hall pass? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no,
All right.
I'm just teasing.
Anyway, so he's kind of known, like I'm just going to say this again, he's kind of known for like his spacey riffs and his use of feedback and delay pedals, which I believe I sent you guys a picture of kind of like the pedal setup that he uses. I don't know a single thing about pedals. I know at some point we want to do an episode about pedals, which I think would be kind of interesting, or pedal boards. I think it'd be kind of interesting to learn about that. Like I said, I don't know anything about it. I think it sounds cool. I had a conversation with Dad the other day that he's kind of, I don't know, what'd you say about pedals? Do you want to say it or not?
No, I'm not gonna say it. We'll wait for the.
He has an opinion on it.
I
it's
do.
his opinion. Doesn't mean anything.
Now I want to know what the opinion is.
The opinion of what?
What's your opinion on guitar pedals?
People who use pedals for like effects.
I don't really care for them, to be perfectly honest with you. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I like. I mean, there are pedals that I do like. I mean, like I'll like Overdrive or Crybaby, which is a wah pedal, basically. Stuff like that I like, but I don't like. I don't like all these other pedals that, you know, they're effects processors and stuff like that, and they basically, you know, instead of if you're playing a Stratocaster, it sounds like an acoustic guitar. I don't go for that, but that's just my opinion. That's all. Does that make sense?
Okay. Oh, it makes sense. You're gonna get some hate mail.
I like software pedals, and the only reason why I like software pedals is because I can play around for a whole lot cheaper than buying 30 hardware pedals.
Right.
But I'm also not a traveling artist, you know, on stage. You know, maybe you want the hardware because it's more reliable or something. I don't know.
Right. I mean, you know, I know that there's a lot of people out there, a lot of musicians and guitarists that do use them, and they have, they work great for them. But I just don't, you know, I don't know. I just don't, I'm not a big fan of them.
I think it just changes, right? It kind of adds different sounds instead of just a plain old, you know what I mean, doing what everybody else does. I think there's more creativity, like there's more room for creativity when you bring something like that in.
I think to be perfectly honest with you, I have 3 pedals. That's it.
This is why you're not a big fan of guitar pedals. It's because you don't have the toot-tastic gas pedal.
The toot-tastic gas pedal.
The toot-tastic.
Well, with the price of gas, it
has nothing. It makes everything that you play sound like a symphony of men eating Taco Bell.
No. No, that's not right. I guess I used to. I liked pedals a while ago, and there's a big manufacturer out there that makes them, and I'm not going to mention names.
Awesome.
And I got burned on a few of them because they basically come out. They sell you the pedal. You pay a lot of money for the pedal, and then you got problems with it, and they basically say, "Hey, we got a new pedal. You should buy that one."
I think it'd be cooler if you wanted to learn and build your own pedals. I think it'd be much cooler than going out there and buying some of the pedals that are out there. But anyway.
And you can. There's you can do that with a Raspberry Pi.
We already had an episode called Unhinged. We can't do it again. I'm curious, why does Hopesfall play in Japan? Is it because all of their artists are playing in America?
No, no. No, I think they have a, decent fan base. I think they have a decent fan base all around the world. I mean, they've been a band since 1998, And I think, like I said, that they just really don't tour much anymore. And like I said, I think it's because they're getting older and they have family. I mean, I think they're like in their mid 40s, like pushing 50, some of them.
I think that sounds like an excuse because Aerosmith is still going. Willie Nelson's still going.
Well,
yeah, the Stones are still out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. I think this band is on a little bit of a different level. I don't know.
Willie Nelson is still out there, and he's 90.
Is he 90?
Yeah, he just turned 90.
Wow.
Well, I mean, look, Hopesfall they're not going to fill a stadium.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
it's a little bit of it's not Aerosmith. It's a little bit of a different level. But yeah, so they did choose to do a tour in Japan. And I think they have like one upcoming show at some kind of big fest in Alabama. And then after that, I don't even see anything. I don't know if they have plans to do anything. I have no idea. They're just kind of different in that respect. Oh yeah, and here's the thing is for as long as I've been listening to them, I've never seen them live. So I would only want to see them if he was part of the band, obviously.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, and you never know. They might do a little bit more touring.
So like I was saying, the information's kind of sparse out there about him. I couldn't find anything that specifically says exactly, what his setup is. Actually, I lied. Rewind that. On his Instagram, he does show a close-up of his pedal setup and just like a little bit about the guitars he plays. He has played a Gibson SG, and most recently, I think as of February, he has a Gretsch.
Uh-huh, that is correct.
Which is news to me.
Is that how it's spelled, or how it said? Gretsch?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was part of Gibson or something, and then I had to look into it.
No. He plays a Gibson SG. The SG he plays is called a Batwing. He uses
That's the thing. That's the other thing. I was talking to Dad on the phone about this yesterday, and I was like, Dad, I don't even know what kind of guitar he plays, or he has played. And Dad goes, well, can you explain it to me? And I was like, yeah, well, like in the guitar, like, because obviously I don't know. I'm a beginner, right, guys? I don't know a lot about this. And I said, so like the guitar, right? The round part. He goes, okay. And I said, like it goes up on the top, the two parts. I had to really break this down for me, not for him. And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, they're sharp. And he goes, that's a Gibson SG. And I'm like, probably not. And I look it up, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was. And I'm like, I don't know if that was difficult, if that's a difficult thing to discern for a typical person, but I was kind of blown away by it that he knew like right away.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great Jeopardy skit where you just have to name the guitar based off of the description that somebody gave where they don't know anything about it.
We should do that, and we should test Dad on it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, that's a that's going to be a thing.
Is there anything less than an F for fail?
No, this would be, that would be really interesting.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We'll do that. We'll find some guitars, come up with some really horrible descriptions. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. But he plays the Gretsch. Gretsch is a really nice guitar. I think Chet Atkins has a signature guitar that that I think we've talked about it on one podcast before, somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, and it's actually been out there for Gretsch has been there for a while, long time. So
I've seen them. Haven't played one yet, but I've seen them.
Oh, they actually play nice. They're very very nice.
Are they pricey?
Yeah, I've seen them start out like, I don't know, like $450.
I think they're a little higher than that.
It looks fancier than that.
They do look fancy. They look sharp.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hollow body, or semi-hollow.
Yeah.
That I think you're probably looking at about maybe $600 for it, maybe a little more. But and of course, there are add-ons and different things with it, so the manufacturer could have multiple different prices on it. But I guess I could look that up too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that about does it for Ryan E. Parrish, because that's all the information I got.
No, I mean,
This
it's still
was
good, though.
mostly nostalgic for me. So more than anything,
I like
said,
the fact that it was, relating it back to that's what got you, that's what you heard. That's what influenced you and your taste of music growing up. I think that's cool.
yeah,
I mean, I wish I had a story that good, but
yeah.
On the Gretsch guitars, I'm looking at them right now, and they range from $600 to, well, there's one for $2,500, but they start at
Jeez.
about 600.
yeah,
So-
maybe I saw one on sale.
It just depends on what you're looking for.
Let's move on, shall we?
Let's
Yes.
go.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So I know I asked this. I'm going to rearrange this just a little bit. I know I asked this the last episode, but I'm going to ask it again, only because I'm really curious to find new music, hear new music, and so on and so forth. So, has anybody discovered any new music recently?
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean,
new
it's
old
not really-
music?
yeah, new old music.
Yeah.
Jimmy D. Lane. He's a blues guitarist, Chicago blues scene. He's on Spotify and Pandora and stuff like
Pandora?
that. Yeah, Pandora.
Pandora.
And
I
yeah.
think I found him on Apple Music. I don't know if
He's on a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
he's got a lot of good music. He's more of style is more like Stevie Ray Vaughan. So that's the reason why I like him. He's really, really good.
I think I only found one of his albums, and it was a live album because I'm not on Spotify or Pandora.
Yep.
I am Apple Music or Tidal, and I think I only found one album. It was live.
He's on Tidal too.
Is he really?
Yeah, you can find him on there. I did. Just type in Jimmy D. Lane.
Oh, there he is. Yep, there's 2 albums.
I think he's got 3 or 4.
He's only got 2 on Tidal right now. He's got Long Gone 1997 and It's Time 2004.
Okay.
But he's got some EPs and some singles and some other stuff out there as well. So, yeah, I mean, I checked it out. I mean, it was pretty good. I liked it.
Now, did you check out mine?
No, because I actually just saw yours before we got on to record. But I'm
Okay.
really interested because, well, tell us about it.
Okay, so once again, it's a metal band. It's
Of
called
course.
they're called Bleed From Within, and I'm gonna be honest, the only reason why I know about them is because they just got done touring with August Burns Red, so duh.
Okay.
But they're from Scotland, and I had no idea that Scotland had it in them. Like I had no idea that they they had people like bands like metal band. I mean, I guess every country has probably a metal band. I don't know, but for some reason, it just surprised me. Anyway, they're fantastic.
I just want to see a group of like 6 William Wallaces screaming their head off.
In their kilts.
Yeah.
No, but they're great. They're really great. But I don't think they're not new by any means. They're new to me. So
Yeah, I'm gonna check them out because I gotta hear this metal band from Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah.
I have not really heard anybody new lately. I've just kind of been revisiting a lot of people or a lot of bands and artists that I've been introduced to lately. But I do talk to people, and I was actually talking to one of the fans of the show. His name is John, and he asked a question, and I didn't have an answer. I haven't even answered it yet, but it was a really good question. And I'm like, I'm putting it on the show notes. It's going to happen. So I'm really interested, and I'm sure John is too. Windows down, volume up. You're driving down the road. What are you playing? What's your song?
Okay. I have different scenarios here.
Okay,
Okay.
let's
In
go.
Bakersfield, I'm listening to Slipknot because I want to piss these corn lovers off. Okay.
That's corn with a K. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
corn with a K. In Iowa, if I'm driving the back roads, this is going to be out of left field. I'm probably going to be listening to country of some sort. I know
wow.
that's weird. It's weird. Yeah. So those are my 2 different scenarios. But it's going to depend on my mood too, right? So I don't know.
All right.
What about you guys?
Dad's like, I don't roll my windows down.
I don't
Yeah.
listen
Too
to
dangerous
music.
out there.
Yeah, no, mine would be Hey Hey with the Monkeys.
Oh, I feel sick to my stomach all of a sudden.
I would pay to see that. So it's getting nice out, right? And I was thinking, this question was asked to me, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, I don't know. And I'm riding the motorcycle, and I've got the speakers and the radio, and I'm cranking it up, and I'm listening to it's the oldie, or is it rock? Oldies rock? I don't know. But anyway, I'm sitting at a red light. I'm sitting on the motorcycle. I got the radio blared up, and from the movie National Lampoon's Vacation, Holiday Road came on.
Lindsay Buckingham. Yep.
Yeah, and instantly cranked it up.
Yep.
I'm just like, that's my song.
How badass did you feel, by the way?
Super badass.
Holiday Road. That's a tune. I like that one.
I was like, yeah, I'm not embarrassed by this at all.
I wouldn't be.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
With my windows rolled down, Indigata da Vita.
The what?
Everybody looks stumped.
Yeah.
It sounds like an Italian dish.
No,
I was like, did he just say the Macarena?
No, it's Indigata da Vita. Look it up.
Is that a Harry Potter spell?
No, it's a song. It was the longest. It was cut on one LP on one side of the whole LP. I think it was 17 minutes long.
Whoa.
That's a heck of a stoplight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care. It's never going to turn green.
I remember listening to that when I was a kid.
And I wouldn't even know how to spell that.
I don't know either.
Okay. Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah,
Give it a
I'm
try.
gonna. Oh man, this is a tricky one. We're gonna have to GTS.
Oh, I got
again.
it. Iron Butterfly?
Yes, that's the band. When did it come out?
Iron Butterfly. Oh, Indigata da Vita.
DeVita. This
All
says
right.
2006, but I'm guessing that's just a remaster.
Probably.
Oh,
yeah.
17 minutes, 4 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like Dracula vibes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I was going to be like, for a second there, I'm like, I don't know if you're dazed or confused.
That's Led
here.
Zeppelin.
That's actually a good song. That goes
It
on
is.
for 17 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 minutes.
Wow.
That was the longest. Back when I was a kid, that was deemed the longest LP vinyl because it took up the whole side.
Wow. Have you guys ever heard of that Hocus Pocus by Focus?
Oh,
No.
yeah, I did.
And it has the yodeling in the middle of
yeah.
it?
That guy is
Yeah.
great. The guitar player is really
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually a good song. I think that's from the 70s too.
good. It is. Or,
Tim, look it up. Hocus Pocus by Focus.
yes, Hocus Pocus by Focus. Yeah.
It is like a really good road song.
Yeah. Or, another group was Free. Remember Free?
No.
If you look up some of their songs, they had some really good ones. Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh no,
think-
yeah, that's
Wait,
that's
no, that wasn't Free. That was who did that?
no.
Hocus Pocus track by Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to fast forward it to get to the yodeling.
Great song.
It gets
though.
better.
It gets better. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh my! I just look up at the camera and I see Amanda, and you just kind of like sit back, and I thought you were about to do the Garth from Wayne's World like head bob. Like I'm gonna pull some
I should have.
licorice from the ceiling, and
That's hilarious.
I hope you're going to cut all this stuff out.
I have to. Yeah,
Well, he has to cut the music part out.
I'm just gonna hit delete.
Oh boy. Okay.
Anyway, we're off track.
Okay, so the Loopy Pro. Go ahead and talk about that.
Oh yeah, I just started using it. I've had this program on my. It right now it's available on the iPad and the iPhone, and I've had this for a long time. I've had it for about 2 years, and I've finally decided I'm going to do something with it. And it's a looper. And the thing about it is, I try to use loopers all the time, and they're so expensive out there. I mean, they start out. Well, you can probably get a cheap one for about $90 or $80, and
Yeah, and that's
They
super
all-
cheap.
yeah, and they go all the way up to, some of the companies make a 5 or 6, we can loop 5 or 6 things, but this here is unlimited looping, and it's really got some nice things on it. And I've been playing around with it recently, and it's just been super when it comes to looping, and it also, you can put all sorts of things. You can put FX components, guitar enhancements. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. So I
it's a
really like
super
it.
looper.
Yeah, it's a super looper. That's why it's called Loopy Pro.
Makes sense.
I wanted Like, I want a looper. I really do. I mean, I have like a 30-second looper in the G1X. Okay.
Right.
But if you, I'm sure you've heard. Everybody's heard. I'm a huge fan of Dovidas. He uses the Boss RC505 MK2 loop station.
Yep.
I know we're not big fans of that brand necessarily, but $600.
Huh?
$600.
I know, but you can pick this up for. You can pick this up for. It's not a subscription. You can pick it up for $29.99, I think it is, or something like that. And he does have add-ons that like he'll every year you buy it once and you basically own it. There's no subscription. He does come out. He does have I think an upgrade that he charges for, but it's got a whole bunch of enhancements. New features, not fixes, new features. And I think he's charging like $19 for that. But it's buy it once, you own it, and you upgrade if you want to. If you don't, he still sends the fixes out. So it's a really nice, it's just like the old software type stuff.
I prefer to support companies who are going to put out a product and support it, and then, maybe do an upgrade for a major version at a slightly reduced cost. I would take care of those companies.
Yeah, and this guy here, he comes out with, I would say, maybe every month and a half, 2 months, he comes out with lots of bug fixes, lots of enhancements that he uses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then he did come out with, as I said, I've had it for about 2 years, and he just recently came out with something, and I don't know whether I want to buy the upgrade or not, but I might do that just to support him. It's like, I think it was like $15 or $19, something like that.
That's not bad.
And yeah, and he's got now, you can have multiple templates in there instead of just one template. You can now use multiple templates. I think you can unlimited loops, so it's really, really, it's a really nice piece of software. So I'd like to use it. I'd like to start using it.
Yeah, check it out.
Yep.
By the way, we're not sponsored.
No. Oh yeah, we're not sponsored by any.
No.
It's just something that
Nor are we sponsored by the ice making machine in the last episode. The way you talked about it, I listened to the episode this morning. I was like, man, the way he's talking about it is making it sound like he's trying to sell this thing, like we got sponsored. But no,
I do love that ice machine.
It makes bullet ice. Bullet ice.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so what else we got going here?
It's time for music news.
That's never going to get old.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. My husband loved that, by the way. He thought it was hilarious. He was dying.
Nice.
He's like, he actually did that? He played the guitar on it? I was like, yeah.
No, it's all Chat GPT.
All right,
boy.
jumping into it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard, but Dolly Parton has released her first ever rock song from her new rock album, and that song is called World on Fire. And her new rock album will actually feature artists like Elton John, Sting, and Paul McCartney, just to name a few. Did you guys listen to the song?
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
It was okay.
Still country.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
Still
it
country.
doesn't matter.
Like, you can't just have a little lick somewhere in there that's like, oh, that lick is rock. It's country.
It's, yeah. Any way you rap anything that has to do with Dolly Parton, it's still country, in my opinion.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree too. I mean, it's okay.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not,
It's just Dolly Parton. Like, it's just, that's all I got to say about that.
It's pretty angsty. It's pretty politically, very politically charged.
Well, what isn't nowadays?
True. That's very true.
Speaking
All
of
right.
politically charged,
Yep.
what's next?
Okay, yes. So I know we dedicated one whole episode regarding this, but we haven't made an update. So the official inductees of the 2023 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame have officially been announced as Kate Bush, Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, George Michael, Willie Nelson, Rage Against the Machine, and the Spinners. In
Okay.
case you didn't know.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't Rage Against the Machine. It was probably just Tom Morello's left sock. Because that's comparative to the rest of the inductees.
Okay.
It just makes absolutely no sense to me.
I don't know, but who was it that keeps getting nominated but doesn't win? Iron Maiden?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found out they don't want it. And that's apparently that is why they're not being I think that's why they're not getting nominated. I've heard that they don't want it and that the Rock and Roll Music Hall of Fame is essentially making it so that they can't win because they're kind of like they were snubbed, I guess, by them.
Yeah.
And so they're kind of doing it back to them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at some point in time when you don't get picked for the football game, or the basketball game, you just turn around and be like, yeah, I don't want to play anyway. It's, I don't know. It's kind of being the first year that I really kind of tried to pay attention to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I agree.
I will say that every single one of those artists have a good song, something that's like, oh yeah, I remember that song. That was a good song, so on and so forth. And I know that they have a much richer history than I'm aware of. But for my first year, the excitement level is low.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I would agree.
But hey, good for Willie Nelson. He's 90 and he just got inducted. So hey, good for him. Check it off the bucket list, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's coming to town.
To DSM?
Yeah. Willie Nelson's
Really?
coming to town. He is. At the
wheelchair and all.
So I was going to say at 90, what does he do? Does he just sit in a wheelchair?
I don't know, but it'll be at the, it's an outdoor venue. It's the, I think it's at the Des Moines Waterworks Park or something like that. And yeah, I'd love to go. I'm not going to, but I'd love to go.
Did you look to see how much tickets are?
No,
Oh.
I don't see how they can charge for that.
I'm sure it's probably a $25 or a $50 ticket. It won't be ridiculous.
Well, how is he gonna pay his debt off?
They got to be charging more than that.
I have no idea.
I guarantee it.
Well,
I guarantee it at least over 100 a piece.
let me
It's Willie
find my
Nelson.
duck.
I knew a girl that had a chihuahua, long-haired chihuahua, and she named him Willie Nelson. And he had a cowboy hat.
Lauridsen Amphitheater.
Yeah, the amphitheater.
Where's
It's down by the
that?
river.
Down by
Principal Park.
I hope he drives a van to the concert.
Why?
Wait, hold on. Principal Park is not the same as Waterworks Park. What are you talking about?
It's the amphitheater. The
So that's
amphitheater
not
is
It's on
Waterworks.
it. Well, I misspoke. I thought it was at Waterworks, but yeah,
It's-
it's
I
was
the
gonna say, that's
amphitheater
way
on
too
the
small.
river.
right. It's across the river from Principal.
Yeah,
It's on the other side.
that makes sense.
Tickets, according to this website, tix.ax.com. I've never heard of it before. $79 to $450.
Wow. I wonder if he's going to play on the road again.
I don't think he wants to be reminded. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Get on out of here. Get. All right. I know that we kind of have a couple of ideas in the bag for the next episode, but we haven't quite decided yet. So it will probably be between either topic A or topic B. You're going to have to tune in to find out.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause I
Well, not you, because
So-
you're going to know. We're talking to the listeners.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
we're not going
When-
to tell you.
You just want to be
anything.
surprised?
I'd like to be surprised.
It's going to be Guitar Jeopardy with your only contestant. Do you have an
See
outro?
See how
I
crappy
do
I
have
do?
an outro. Yeah,
All
I do
right.
have an outro today.
Hit it.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us on this tour of guitar awesomeness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed your tour today, then my name is Amanda, and you can leave your feedback for us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar or via email, which is pandemicguitar@icloud.com. If you didn't enjoy your tour today, then my name is Tim, and you can send your feedback. You can send your feedback directly to his personal email at thelightsareonbutnobody'shome@gmail.com. Until next time, keep on playing or don't. We won't tell.
Let me write down that email address.
Yeah, please don't actually email that.
The lights are on, but no one's home at gmail.com.
Please,
Who
nobody
has
email that.
Somebody has to have that.
Wow.
Somebody has to, so maybe somebody should email and be like, hello?
Is there anybody home?
The lights are on.
The lights are on.
Yeah. Isn't that Hotel 6?
Is there
All right,
anybody
y'all.
out there?
All right. Let's
All right.
do the we did the outro.
We
already,
did the
didn't
outro. Did
Wow.
Just right
Yeah.
over your head. You
I'm
literally
okay.
just laughed at it.
we? Oh, Space
Did
Cadet
you just
today.
steal my email?
All right. See you guys.
Yep. Take it easy.
So long.
Till next
Bye.
time.
Bye, everybody.
Happy birthday to me. Thank you. And done.